Adam, as punishment for eating the apple, when I had commanded you not to, you will toil in the fields, and it will be hard.
Well, it'll be hard. Well, that's quite the understatement. I mean, if I remember this stuff correctly, let's just, scroll into the Holy Bible, see if I read this one correctly. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I command thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake, and in sorrow thou shalt eat of it in all the days of thy life. Thorns and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. And in the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and until dust thou shalt return. So if I am interpreting this correctly, it's saying you will work for all of your life. From it you'll get absolutely nothing, and then you'll die. I mean, hard is quite the understatement.
I understand, my God.
And Eve, I will greatly increase your pain in childbearing. And each month your cycle shall come and cause you to bleed.
Wait, what?
Doesn't that seem a little disproportionate?
It's about time you spoke up, Adam. I mean, you mean 1 month? She's in a little pain. I gotta work 5 out of 7 days of the week, plowing the land to get nothing but thorns and thistles. Come on, God. I mean, once a month? I gotta work 5 days a week, man. Well, 6, and then I get the Sabbath off. But God, come on, what is this? Once a month? Can we at least, come on. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Really? God, what are you doing, God? What are you doing?
Now, I'm not done yet.
Adam, you will wear this around your neck.
I call it a tie. It's kind of annoying. I pull this up all the way right to your apple.
Oh, that's only if Adam has a high-paying job. I mean, what if Adam is a garbage collector, or a farmer, or a sewage worker? I mean, he's not going to be wearing that. If he did, it'd get dirty. So.
This is mildly annoying.
Do you think that's annoying? At least you don't have to collect garbage for your life, or bust into flaming buildings and rescue people, or try to arrest criminals, or dig up the earth and then melt it down and then shape it into objects that you will give to people who will then, farm the land. I'm just saying, Adam, I mean, you have a desk job. You're not really, you're not toiling like, the other vast majority of men who exist or have existed, and who probably will exist. Assuming we don't have robots completely replace all those menial jobs.
And Eve, you will wear these on your feet.
Doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, yep, and
Okay.
get those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, they hurt so bad.
Yes, they're very painful when you put them on.
Wait, really? You mean to tell me that God made it so that men would have to work their asses off continuously and obtain absolutely nothing for doing it, and Eve has to wear high heels, and I'm supposed to somehow be upset or sad for the fate that Eve has? I mean, can't Eve just not wear them?
These look great, though.
Oh, thanks, babe.
They really do.
Thank you. Guys, stop.
And finally, Eve, there will come a time in your life when you will feel compelled to lay with many men, and you will.
And everyone you know will talk shit about you behind your back and call you a whore, bitch, slut, hoe, and men will say you're easy.
How exactly is that a curse? That sounds more like an accurate description to me. I mean, if she was promiscuous, that would mean that she was indeed a slut. And if she was readily, easily available for such sexual encounters, it would mean that she was easy. I don't know, God, I'm a little confused here. That sounds like an accurate description of what will happen to Eve should she choose the fate of being a slut. And it also seems to me that Eve could just not be a slut. Is that too much?
Will I have a compulsion to lay with many women?
Oh, yes, 24/7.
And because you obtain nothing but thorns and thistles, you won't have the resources to attract them. You will burn an undesirable lust for a woman to care about you, to hold you, and you won't get one because you will not be worthy. That sounds a lot more accurate of the current situation, doesn't it?
What are people gonna say about Adam?
That he's creepy, he's a pervert, he's a horn dog, he's a pickup artist, all he thinks about is sex. He doesn't care about anyone but himself, he's a selfish lover, a whole bunch of different things they'll say about Adam. He's a player, sometimes in a derogatory sense. If he has money, they'll say it in a more positive sense. He's a pimp, which again can be either derogatory or positive depending on how much money that you have. It all really kind of depends on his social standing. I mean, if he's poor, yeah, again, he's creepy, he's a pervert. Some might even call him a misogynist, you know. They'll call him sexist or entitled for wanting to have sex with women, is what they'll call him. But if he's got lots of money, then he'll be a player. Or he'll be cool, he'll be fine. It kind of all depends on, you know, that whole thorn and thistle thing that God said a little while ago.
That he's a motherfucking pimp.
God, this seems pretty unfair to Eve.
Are you serious, Adam? This is the kind of pussyfooting bullshit that got you in this situation to begin with. We are fucking here right now because of this. I mean, come on, man. Adam, come on. You're already in trouble. What are you doing? What are you doing, Adam? I mean, Zeus, you gotta give Adam a break. I mean, he ate the fruit all of 30 seconds ago. He's not gonna change his disposition all of a sudden now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess you kind of have a point there.
I mean, did something happen to you, or are you okay?
What? No, shut up, Adam. What's your problem? What, you want even more punishment?
No, I don't.
Huh? Fine. Okay.
See? Let that be a lesson for all the young men in the world, man. When you pussyfoot to women, only bad things can happen.
When women are mad at you, they will tell you everything is fine, but guess what? They're lying.
That still feels like a barb at me, though.
Yeah, but God just gave you permission to lie. I mean, how is that a barb? You can straight up bullshit people now.
Hate the game, not the player.
Yeah, but you're God. You made the game.
Technically. But there's a very simple and easy rebuttal. You can just say, I'm not the game, I just made it. So, nah. And actually, he can just simply reply with, well, Adam, if you just would have told Eve to go away, you wouldn't be in this situation. In fact, the way I interpreted it, it seems like the whole fall of man is more of Adam's fault than it was Eve's. I mean, it was God who told Adam not to eat the tree, to eat the fruit, not Eve. And all Adam had to do was tell Eve to go away. Instead, he listened to her. So I think that's why Adam kind of got the worst end of the deal than Eve did. That's just what it seems like to me. I mean, Adam was the leader. I mean, I'm just saying, whatever.
Whatever.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Listen, we just broke up and I was trying to get the attention off me. He banished me from up there, can you believe that?
Well, yeah, when you get 1/3 of all the angels to go fight the other 2/3 of angels, I'm not really shocked or surprised God was like, you don't have to get the fuck out. I'm just saying, I mean, you can't start an entire war between angels and then expect that nothing's gonna happen. I'm just saying.
My ex is such a little bitch. I did not know he was gonna, lash out at you.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little confused here. Why is Eve not upset right now? I mean, wasn't it the serpent who told Eve that nothing was gonna happen? Why is Eve just sitting there chatting with the serpent who just bold-faced lied to her? I mean, I don't know. I'm just a little shocked. Why is Eve, not a little upset about what just happened here?
Like crazy. Ugh, you do not deserve this. I am so sorry.
Yeah, of course you're sorry. You got us all into this situation. Why is Eve not pissed off right now? You did this. I mean, more than it was Adam's fault for following Eve, and more than it was Eve's fault for even taking the fruit in the first place, it was the serpent who tricked her in the beginning. Why is Eve not pissed off at this?
Seriously. My bad. You know what, I just want to make it really clear that I am so sorry. I mean, how can anyone think that this is okay?
Right?
Yeah, right? You'll be fine. Good luck.
Alright, well, I guess there are a couple of things that really bothered me here about Anna's videos. Two things really. And to set the record straight, I'm not particularly bothered by the fact that, you know, she's making fun of God and Adam and Eve. That really doesn't bother me all too much, that she doesn't really understand scripture and what happened. In fact, most people don't, so I'm not surprised. I mean, hell, a lot of people have to watch The Prince of Egypt to understand the book of Exodus, so I'm not surprised that, you know, she did this. And you know, I don't really even care all that much. It's not really my problem here. I have two real major issues here. One, the script. The script was abysmal. Who wrote this piece of nonsense? I mean, there were so many great jokes that they could have cracked off of what happened, especially at the end between Eve and the serpent. You snake! Yes? You lied to me! Well, not technically. I mean, did you die? Well, no. But I mean, I got a whole bunch of curses. Yes, but did you die? No. And it looks like you should, count your blessings. Ooh, I crack myself up sometimes. But aside from all the missed opportunities that Anna could have employed, did anyone else notice that all of the curses that Eve got kind of solved now in our modern day contemporary society? I mean, let's go down the list. Pregnancy. Well, she can just not have sex. Well, there you go. Abortion. She can just kill it. Well, there you go. Contraceptives. Just don't get pregnant at all. No, well, shit. Even if she does get pregnant, cesarean section. Morphine. I mean, so there you go. You don't have to deal with pregnancy at all, and if you do, you know, you don't have to go through the pain. Oh, but what about the periods? Birth control. Done. Done. High heels. She doesn't have to wear any. And the fact that she'll be a slut. She can just not care about other people's opinion and get all the dick that she desires. All of the curses that Eve was gotten are solved. There you go. I mean, she doesn't have to worry about it anymore. However, you know, that whole, you know, working the land and from thistles and thorns you shall receive. Our society would collapse if men just decided to stop, you know, working. If men just decided to not do it anymore, that's it. It's over. It's done. So the curse of man still applies. But for women, they can just, you know, not, and they'll be fine. I mean, the person, whoever wrote the script is a goddamn dumbass. They didn't even realize that all of their problems or all of these issues have been solved now. Or maybe they did and they were just trying to be funny, but whatever. Now, that was the first thing that bothered me. Here's the second thing that I find very interesting. Is anyone else getting sick and tired of this dumbass tripe that women have harder lives than men? I mean, seriously, okay? I know throughout the course of this video I was comparing and contrasting the issues that women go through, well, albeit on a surface level, of the issues that men go through. And that's because, well, men and women have different issues in life. It's not really so much that women have a harder life. Women just think they have harder lives because they don't fucking solve their problems. They expect men to solve their problems. You see, here's the interesting thing about men and women, you know. Our lives aren't so much as more difficult than one another. Sure, some men will look at the life of a woman and say that her life is easier, the same way a woman will look on the life of a man and say that his life is easier. But it's not really so much that it's easier, it's that it's different. A lot of people don't want to accept the fact that men and women have different struggles in life. And to put it bluntly, this is the struggle that many women have to face. A woman's greatest obstacle in life is herself. A man's greatest obstacle in life is the world around him. Now, in order to really delve into that topic, I'm going to need an entire video to dissect it. But that's pretty much it. Those are the differences and those are the different things that men and women have to face. Of course, it isn't saying that a man's greatest obstacle is never going to be himself. It doesn't mean that a woman's greatest obstacle is never going to be the world around her. However, primarily, those are the issues that men and women face. And it's different. Men and women don't deal with the same things in our lives because we're different. And to sit here and say that one life is harder than the other is completely absurd because you're comparing apples to goddamn oranges. I mean, the life of a human being is all but struggle and pain regardless. So for women to sit here and constantly complain about how their lives is so much more difficult, please give me a fucking rest. It's different. It's not more difficult. And like I said, I'm going to make an entire video dissecting why a woman's greatest obstacle is herself and why a man's is the world. But yeah, I think that this was a nice video to go through. It's interesting, setting the stone for the next video that's coming out. So that being said, man, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, man, go and click that like button. Go and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below. And as always, have a great day. I will see you cool cats soon. Adios.